Our readings today showed how God intends and actually restores the health and the unity of the community. It takes place through faith. It takes place through recognizing the Messiah and in Him God's healing power. Our continuous reading of Pope Francis's Light of Faith, Article 48, corresponds well with this core message of Advent, that God restores the faith of the community, keeps and holds them together. Article 48 is harping on the very important issue of how the unity of a faith community can be preserved, how the unity of that community is preserved through confessing the same creed. The Pope says, since faith is one, it must be professed in all its purity and integrity. Because all the articles of faith are interconnected, to deny one of them, even those that seems least important, is tantamount to distorting the whole. To deny one of them is tantamount to distorting the whole. Each period of history can find this or that point of faith easier or harder to accept. Hence the need for vigilance in ensuring that the deposit of faith is passed on its entirety. And here we can add that Advent is about waiting for God, being vigilant. But the Pope helps us to understand that this vigilance, our preparation, includes changing our ways of life to become who we are intended by God, but it also means the vigilance over the content of our faith. Indeed, inasmuch as the unity of faith is the unity of the Church, to remove something from the faith is to subtract something from the veracity of communion. The unity of the faith is the unity of the Church. That's why to remove something from this faith is tantamount to harming that communion. The Fathers described faith as a body, the body of truth composed of its various members, by analogy with the body of Christ and its prolongation in the Church. And the Pope mentions a second image. The integrity of faith was also tied to the image of the Church as a virgin and her fidelity in love for Christ, her spouse. Harming the faith means harming communion with the Lord. A very powerful message for our split churches. Harming the faith means harming communion with the Lord. The unity of faith, then, is the unity of the living body. A beautiful way of putting it. The unity of the faith, is the unity of a living body. This was clearly brought out by Blessed John Henry Newman when he spoke of the continuity of doctrine over time and its power to assimilate everything that it meets in the various settings in which it becomes present, and in the diverse cultures which it encounters. So John Henry Newman speaks of the Church's ability to assimilate what she encounters and learns from the age, to assimilate it into her own body of teaching. The Church in these encounters brings these things which she meets to the truths she learns to their finest expression. Faith is thus shown to be universal, Catholic, because its light expands in order to illuminate the entire human history and the cosmos itself. So in our Advent preparation, we would like to reflect on how important it is to be guarded to God's holy city through the unity and integrity of our faith.